might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry that I am late. I had to take the clone on the road. I was over on the Tech Niche Tips channel showing how that works. I've been up early. We've been working diligently this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Tech Coach Ralph. Today is Monday, August 26th, 2024. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are engineered to win. Good morning, Roxy. Good morning, your car. How are you guys doing today? So happy to have you here. We are not going to have a long show today because it's been a crazy, crazy morning, but some things that we wanted to touch on. You know how we always do. You know how we always do. And then we will call it a day. We'll call it a day. All right. So first and foremost, remember, we have Candid Conversations coming out at noon today, so you definitely want to check that out. It's going to be a really, really good one, talking about a bet that I made with one of my tech barbarians and how that fared out. So definitely want to tune in. And let me see, anything else? Tomorrow we're going to be going live Q&A show. So do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like the video, all of that good stuff. All right. So with that being said, let's get into our news. I don't think I saw the numbers to watch for this week. Let me see. Let me open this up real quick. Let me see. Before we go on, let me see. They didn't post it. So if not, we'll just figure it out on Saturday, the numbers that we'll be looking at. But let's get into our news stories for today. All right, let's go to the first topic we're going to be talking about. And let's put up our timer real quick. All right, so social media eases sting of layoffs. So let's see what that's all about, right? So good morning, Adrian. How's it going? Good morning, Mitch. How are you? My guy, Rod Brown, aka the one, the only tech daddy in the building. Got my people here. Good morning, everyone. All right, let's get to this. Let's get to this first one. All right. So following mass layoffs in recent years, especially at big tech companies, workers who thought their jobs were safe are going public with their unemployment, giving rise to a cohort of layoff influencers. That's true. How many videos have we seen about people they're talking about their layoffs 24/7? Job losses were once a private matter, but in the social media age, people have posted recordings of being laid off in Zoom meetings, and job seekers are using TikTok as a hybrid networking site and video diary. Opinions vary on how much information people should share publicly, but with layoffs affecting more people, it's no longer the taboo it once was. What do you guys think about? What do you guys think about layoff influencers? Me personally, I don't really like talking about that type of stuff, and parading it around 24/7. About, I don't know, maybe it might be just me. I don't know, but it's not a topic that I like talking about. But yeah, I have seen a rise. People, they get tons and tons of subscribers based off talking about how they've been unemployed for X amount of time and all that good stuff. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about the layoff influencers. Let me see. But have you seen the videos of people putting their, like, they record their layoff conversation with whether it's like HR or the hiring manager or whoever that might be. Um, I wonder, is there any like privacy things that's related to that? I don't know. But yeah, it's not a fan. I'm not a fan of the whole, but I mean, hey, if you can make a lot of money off of it, then by all means go for it. But is it that people, do people like, is it just like the misery loves company atmosphere? Rod Brown says, I wouldn't do it, but those videos are really funny. They are pretty they are really, but at the same time, I feel like we're laughing at somebody's misery. But I guess if you put it out there, then we have the right to laugh at it, right, Rod Brown? I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But let's get to the next story.
Okay, let's move on.
All right, you got it. We'll move on. We will move on. All right, let's get to the next one. Apple is moving deeper into robotics. In the effort to innovate beyond its current product lineup, Apple has shifted resources from its failed car projects into robotics, according to Bloomberg. In addition to a tabletop robot, Apple envisions mobile and humanoid robots. Oh, shout out to the humanoid robots. A vital piece is using generative artificial intelligence to inject personality, Bloomberg reports, citing anonymous sources. Meanwhile, at the World Robot Conference in Beijing, Chinese companies rolled out humanoid robots that could soon replace workers on electric vehicle assembly lines, Reuters reports. It's a challenge to Tesla, which is planning to start using the Optimus robot in factories next year. I'm trying to see if I can get a pre-order on my Optimus robot. Anybody interested in the Optimus robots? Getting, or not even the Optimus one. Anyone interested in getting their own humanoid robot? Maybe somebody with a farm. Maybe. By the way, Roxy, Mitch, I have proof that Lumpy is a real peacock. I have proof that Lumpy is a real peacock. I'm just saying. It wasn't a joke. It's true. Lumpy exists. All right. I'm just saying. All right. But so let's see. Apple's first robotic device is at least a couple of years away. So for now, it's focusing on new iPhones, AirPods, and watches to be unveiled September 10th, according to Bloomberg. The stakes are high for the company, which reported a year-over-year decline in iPhone sales in its most recent quarter. The product accounted for 46% of total sales. So iPhone sales are in decline. Interesting. So I'm just thinking. Number one, what is Apple envisioning to do with these robotics devices? I mean, we know that Tesla has those robotic arms and stuff like that. God, Roxy, so bad. but but yeah, so I'm just wondering, like, are they going to be using it to manufacture, like, to put on the work line, the laptops, the iPhones, the iPads? I'm just trying to think, like, what their intended purpose of it, because they haven't given much detail into that part in particular. But you know me, I'm always interested in the new technologies that are coming out. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's about it, but that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
Okay, let's move on.
All right, I guess we shall move on. So let's get to the next one. All right, put our timer, and I'm gonna move. So college closures are accelerating as Americans increasingly question the value of higher education. Amid soaring tuition fees and student debt loads, the Wall Street Journal highlights another looming concern: a rash of college closures. More than 500 private, nonprofit four-year colleges have closed in the past decade, and that pace is expected to pick up if the number of students continues to decline. Small liberal arts colleges are most at risk, and the consequences of closures are stark. Less than 50% of students attending schools that shut down from 2004 to 2020 continued their academic journey. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about college closures? This is bothering me. Hold on one second. This is really, really bothering me. You guys know how I get. You know how I get. Let me. You guys know how I get with when things bother me. All right, that's better. That's better. I get, you know me, my OCD and my ADHD and stuff like that. All right, so I think that this is actually a great thing. I think that is a great thing that there are some colleges that are closing down. Why do I think that's a good thing? Well, the reason that I think that it's a good thing that some of these colleges are closing down is because the market always wins, and I think with the whole student loan stuff that is backed by the government, which is forcing people to go into unnecessary debt, I think that these colleges closing down is preventing people from getting quote unquote useless degrees, and the amount of money that they charge for them as well. I don't know how long it's going to take for people to go to take these degrees that are not valuable and then not being able to find a job while they own hundreds of thousands in student loan debt, begging the government for forgiveness, and before they realize that, okay, I'm not headed in the right direction. You know, I think that this is a good thing at the end of the day, and schools that are actually providing value and that are actually teaching stuff that is useful is what's going to survive. So, you know me, I'm always in favor of competition. I'm always in favor of the free market. So let them close. Let them close. If you can't keep up, then so sorry for you. So sorry for you. No soup for you. All right. Let me see.
Okay, let's move on.
Mitch says that means more boot camps will open. Your favorite? I wouldn't say. I don't think so. Because I'll tell you this. I got a comment on the video that I made 2 weeks ago, which I'll read it tomorrow night. But the pretty much comment said I spent $5,000 on a boot camp, and 7 months later, I still haven't had one interview, which that's hard to hear. That is hard to hear. But I know it happens because it happens to so many different people. But I think there's not enough exposure to what's going on out there. And a boot camp can be just as bad as a terrible college degree. So if you don't use it correctly. So one more story. Let's get to it. All right. Lastly, SpaceX is bringing home the astronauts. I saw this story yesterday, right? And I was what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say I was amazed, right? But it was very interesting to me because SpaceX, who is the CEO of SpaceX? It is Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is always being demonized and all this type of stuff, right? But is all right. Here's a question. Mitch, Rod Brown, your car, Roxy, Adrian, is Elon Musk the real Tony Stark? Is he the real Tony Stark? So let's read this, right? SpaceX to bring astronauts home. NASA has chosen SpaceX to bring home 2 astronauts who were stranded on the International Space Station following a technical issue with the Boeing Starliner capsule that brought them there. So these people are trapped in outer space. I think they're on the International Space Station or International Space Center. The Starliner will return to Earth in September without people on board. The decision is yet another failure for Boeing, which recently paid $240 million fine related to two passenger plane crashes. The SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule will pick up the astronauts Barry Wilmore and Sunita Williams as a part of a pre-planned mission and have them back to Earth in February. So that means that these 2 people, they are going to be trapped in outer space for another, 5 months now? That's tough. That is tough. I mean, I'm just gonna go back and say, as much as people continue to demonize Elon Musk, he is going to, and I'm pretty sure he's getting paid well to do this, but he's going to go and rescue these 2 people these 2 astronauts that are trapped in outer space. What was the name of the movie with Sandra Bullock when she was, is it Graffiti? When she was stuck in outer space? But yeah, I'm just, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that they that you can have this other spaceship just show up and say, hey, need a ride home? You know, like are these astronauts hitchhikers? What would you call a hitchhiker that's in outer space?
Okay, let's move on.
That's interesting. What is an astronaut called who is stuck in outer space? What kind of would that be a? Let me know your thoughts. What do you call astronauts that are stuck in outer space looking for a ride home? All right. So let's see where we're at. All right. So let me put this back up. Let me check the chat real quick, and then we'll do a little bit of work before we wrap it up for today. So Roxy said that Lumpy is a beautiful bird. It is a very, very nice looking bird. However, it might be on the grill soon. Wow. I did not see that escalated quickly. And Mitch has the proverbial apple. And Rod Brown, aka Tech Daddy, says, get one of those robots and put Ralphie, your AI bot, into the robot. Mitch would hate that. He would hate that. He would definitely hate that. And it says, no more underwater basket weaving degrees, which leads to them making TikTok videos about being laid off. I'm just saying. And we got Melvin Johnson in the building. Says, good morning, Back. Good morning to you as well, Melvin. How are you doing today?
I appreciate you.
And Mitch says, why is it hard though? Finish college, still can't find a job. Because Mitch, the stuff that they're going to college for is not what the market is looking for. I mean, it's all about supply and demand. And here's the thing too about, I remember, I forgot, it was a few weeks ago, but we were looking at how many people are going, like, just even in computer science, right? How many people are going to school for computer science? Millions, let's say that, right? How many, there's probably more colleges than there are companies, right? So how many people are going to college for like computer science, and how many jobs are actually available? You know, so it's I don't know, it's kind of weird, it's kind of strange. But now imagine like if you expand that to a whole bunch of other positions. Like let's say somebody's going to school for political science, right? And they're not looking to be a lawyer, or they're not looking to be a podcaster or a YouTube person, right? What type of jobs is it that they are going to be going after? It's going to be probably like one of those congressional aides or Senate aides, or who knows, right? Or working for some think tank. But how much do you think? Let's just look it up real quick. Right? So let's go to much do congressional aides make? So if we go, let me go back over here. So I just did how much do congressional aides make, right? And it says as of August 2024, the average hourly pay for congressional aide in the United States is $16.15. According to Glassdoor, the median total pay for a congressional aide is $80,558 per year, with an average salary of $58,000. This includes an estimated additional pay of $22,442, which could include cash bonuses, commission, tips, and profit sharing. According to what kind of profit sharing do congressional aides make? According to Vault, the median salary for a congressional aide is $50,000, right? And then as of August 17th, the annual pay for congressional staff job categories in Florida is $48,520. Just in case you need a simple salary calculation that works out to be approximately $23.33 an hour. This is equivalent to $933 a week or $4,000 a month, right? Now, the question is, how much does a political science degree cost? Let's see. The cost of a political science degree depends on the type of degree, the school, and whether the student is a resident of the state or not. And of course, we have to go out of state, right? We have to go out of state to the most prestigious college, right? In-state public colleges can cost about $10,000, while private college may cost up to $37,000 a year. And that's probably just the tuition price as well, right? That's not even including the housing and all those other stuff, right? Factors like state residency and technology fees can affect the cost. In-state may pay $8,950 for a master's, all this type of stuff, right? So it's I don't know. And if you can convince somebody to actually give you one of these political science jobs, how about how much is a international studies? $38 tuition cost. It's not even US. Is it useful? International studies graduate can pursue careers in diplomacy, international business, nonprofit organizations, journalism, international law, humanitarian aid, and more. It's so that's why I think that they don't normally work out, but people go for them anyways because it makes them feel good. So that's my thoughts on it. That is my thoughts on it. Let's see. It says, I thought they were coming back next year because they were stuck. Let's see. It says, Rod Brown says, nah, he has to build an Iron Man suit first, then he's the real life. That's fair. Space hiker. Melvin Johnson says he has a suit and he has that X suit in the closet. Good morning, Alexis. How are you doing today? How are you doing? Melvin is on his second mile, 3 to go. Shout out to Melvin. Get those miles in. And Melvin says signing up both of his kids for robotics classes, 5th and 1st grade. They have robotics in the 1st grade. That is awesome. That is totally awesome. That's really cool. And let me see. Adrian said, I got my bachelor's in sociology 10 years ago. What do you think about that bachelor's in sociology that you got 10 years ago? Was it worth it? Would it have been better to go to do something else? Are you using that degree? I'm always curious about, those degrees that because it's like, for me, when we go to college, it's like we're thinking about, what's easy to get instead of what's useful to get, so I think we need to do a better job asking what is useful versus what is something that we can just get it, but what's the end goal, so I always look at the end goal. But so let's spend like maybe 10-15 minutes maybe on doing a little bit of development work. So let's go to Adrian says completely crash out. All right, let's go to, what am I looking for? Let me switch screens to, go here to here. Make that a little bigger. All right, let's do it. All right, so let's go and go here. All right, so like we've been working on this story right here, update the time spent on activity to accept minutes and hours. So the other day we had did a quick little mock-up of it. So I think that we can actually get into let's spend a few minutes. I don't want to spend too much time because we got to get to work, got to get to other things, but we can spend a few minutes on actually putting it together. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the sprint review from our last sprint is going to be in the Patreon. Either it's already there or it's going to be there at 9 a.m. You can get that. You can watch it for free. techcoachralph.dev. Check it out. And if you have, ask any questions in the chat after you watch it on any of the shows, and I can give some more insight. But I make that available to whoever's interested in this tech stuff to get like a little bit of foot in the door, see how things work in one of the meetings that we have. So definitely check that out over there. All right, Android Studio, and let's see here. All right, so let's create a new branch for this development work. And let me see. Let's do create branch. So what I'm doing right now is I'm creating a new branch in GitHub so that we could, is this the right one? Should be. Yep. So we're going to say tms dash, oh, no, branch it from main. All right, we're going to say, give it a name of add minutes. All right, and we're going to say create the branch. All right, so we have our branch created. Now I'm going to go over here and we're going to say, make this a little bigger. We're going to do a git pull to get the most recent branch that we just created. And we are going to check out that branch. All right, so we are on our new branch now, and we want to go to, so I think the first thing that we can do, we can actually add the boxes for where we will have the, for where it's going to go, right? So our, let me see, cost of activity. I wish there was like a visual layout that you could see of this too. Upgrade this. And let me see. Let me see. User hourly income, hourly value calculations. Let's see, where is this part? Second of your time. Is it worth? All right, so is it worth it part? And we have activity cost calculator. So right here is total hours spent on activity. So this is the part that we want to separate, right? We want to separate it to be hours and minutes. And we also want that number counter on there as per the story had said, right? So, and let's take a look at the story real quick. So the story says the layout needs to include a field for entering minutes spent on the activity. The layout needs to include arrows for toggling numbers up and down. The field hour can only accept whole numbers, and the minutes field can only accept whole numbers from 0 to 59. So that's pretty much what the goal that we're trying to accomplish here. So let's go. All right, so let's go back to the code. Because I like to look at the news, but I always like to get a little bit of coding to get some of that mental stimulation for the day so that we can be sharp, so we can be on our toes. All right, so let me go to, and let me see if I can start up an emulator real quick too. Device manager, let's start up this one. All right, that was pretty quick. So let's keep it like that. And that noise. All right, so let's see. So so let me start it up, right? Just so I can see what we're doing here. All right, so we want, it's been a while since we worked on this code. So we have, hours spent on activity, form. I think we can fit it in here. All right, so we're looking to get this one to be split into two. So let's see how we can get that. Let's go. So let's copy this one right here. Well, that didn't do it. Let me see why. Let me see. That's the clear button. Let me see. Trying to see if this is. And Taiwanese. Yeah, we are live. This is live Taiwanese. Let me see. So we have the clear button. We have the key for this text form. So if we were, I wonder if I could just do this. And now let me see what the error is for that. Too many positions. Or can I do child or not child? So let me do some searching real quick. Or let me look at how we did on the other one. Maybe if I do another padding, maybe. see. And trying to see how I'm gonna add another one. It's not really a child. I want another text form field. Let me do a search real quick. So if we do Flutter form multiple fields, let's go to the other screen. And working with a dynamic multi-form field with Flutter validation, how can we validate? Let me see. So text form field. So this one, all right, let me see the code. Where is the code? All right, so we have text field. All right, so do a whole nother padding for it. I don't like, I know how it's gonna turn out, but I don't like how it's gonna turn out. But we'll get it to work first, and then we'll put another one on there. So align, align. So maybe I have to drop another one of these. So yeah, let's get the field on there first, right? So if we do this align, and now if we say that this is total amount of hours, where is that text defined? So total amount of minutes. So this is just like sampling right now. This is not going to be the, it's not going to look like this. I just want to see what's going to happen. So let's run that again. So total amount of minutes, total amount of hours, right? But we don't want it to be, like that, right? Because it's not gonna make any sense. So we do want it to be next to each other. We just need to be able to get them side by side. And then we can like, once we get like the look of how it's gonna be, then we can figure out the formula, right? The test for it. But let me see. So if we were to do if we were to do text form field, let me see. Do they have a width on this thing or style? It's not text style. Let me see. Mm, guess text field. So they're saying in here, we would need to add a sized box. So if we were to go here and we do and we do width is I don't know. Let's see what 200 gives us. And let me just start that over to see what that's going to give us. Interesting. Okay, so let's say that's still too big. Let's say we do 100. It looks a little small, but fair enough. Let's go with, let me close that one. And if we do a, still gonna have to find a way to put them together though, but I think this is a good start to what we want to see. What I'll do is I'll get the, yeah, we'll get them next to each other, maybe on Wednesday. And then we shall be able to, then we'll figure out the formula. For me is going to be the easy part. It's getting it to look right is going to be the tricky part. So say width, and we also say 100. Let's go with 150.0. And I'll go with 150 on this one too. Yeah, so next we just have to get them to be side by side. So, and I can put like a little title up here. So here, instead of, let's say we just put here hours. Minutes. So we have hours and minutes, and then we just need to get them to be side by side. But I think that's good enough for today. I think that it's good enough for today. We'll figure out how to get them side by side. They probably just need to go into like the same box somehow. Just got to figure out exactly where to. Maybe in the same size. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But something like with them both of them being in here. I wonder if there's a. That's good enough for today. That is good enough for today. Let me check the chat and then we shall wrap it up for today. So, let me see. Melvin Johnson said, anybody investing in Eli Lilly? That's a good question. That might be a good question for Stock Club. Adrian Robinson said that the sociology degree only led to low-paying jobs and biased job leads. I give after 2 years journey. Need to go to a lot of school to get less pay, not for. Yeah, it's tough. And the thing that sucks is there's no one who's actually sharing that insight. So like it's like we'll go and then we go do this thing and then we find out afterwards that it's not really useful, you know? So that does suck. That does suck. All right, that is it for today. We're going to get out of here. We are going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Rod Brown, as always. Roxy, Yakar, Adrian, Melvin, all you guys. Alexis, appreciate all you guys so much. Mitch, as always, take care. You have a wonderful Monday, wonderful week. Remember, we're premiering our Candid Conversations at noon today. We're going live tomorrow night, so definitely tune in for that. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Tech Coach Ralph is out.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.